Hello, everyone. How are you out there tonight or today or whatever time of day it is? I am here with you tonight wanting to talk about our boot camp retreat. Um, it's going to be spectacular. We already have about 30 plus guests. And so we're looking forward to you joining us on that week. The retreat is from April 24th to the 29th, and you can just register to join us. I'm hoping that the owner of the resort will join me tonight. I'm looking forward to her coming on here just so she could tell you a little bit about the actual place, the place itself. She is the owner, so she knows what the ins and outs of this place. And we're hoping she'll actually join us on that week as well. But I just wanted to also let you know something about this retreat. The retreat started for me in 2017. I started a retreat. I was climbing up a mountain in San Diego, and I was looking out on all of San Diego, and I just got pricked in my spirit to do something. At the time, there were no real funds to do anything, but I felt that I needed to take some people to somewhere. And the thought was Jamaica because that's where I am from. I had been watching this program with Oprah Winfrey where she took a bunch of women away. She took them to her estate. I don't have an estate, so I did not have an estate, and I still don't. So she took them to her estate and she treated them like royalty. And so when I saw that program, it just nudged me in my spirit to take some woman at the time somewhere out there in Jamaica and treat them like royalty. And so I took them to Negril Beach. On that particular retreat, there were about 30 plus people at the time. And so there I was in the middle of Jamaica with 30 plus people that I wanted to serve and I wanted to treat well. And I believe it was done. It was done. It was a done deal. Everybody enjoyed themselves. And I thought that was it. Okay, so we went on a retreat in 2017. I did what I was supposed to do. I reached out to these women to the point of even going on a beach and washing feet like Jesus did for the disciples. And so it became something spectacular, not just for them, but for me, it was an experience. It was a real experience doing all of that and serving all of these women. And that in the middle of the retreat, somebody said to me, this has to be an annual event. And I looked at them startled because I wasn't ready for an annual event. And so, it just became more and more and more and more in being birthed that year that it was supposed to be an annual event. And I came away from that retreat wondering how in the world I was going to do that. However, I did it. And in 2018, there was the retreat again, this time to Daytona Beach, Florida. And on that retreat, we had 50 plus women on a retreat to Daytona Beach. And I'm just telling you, it was just an amazing event. It was amazing. It was amazing, not just for them, but for me. And we took it to another level that year to the point where the people staying at the hotel wanted to join us. They just showed up and wanted to participate with us on that retreat. And so there we were, again, 50 plus women. At the end of that retreat, there were some women who were asking me questions. They wanted to know, how come I don't invite men to the retreat? One woman specifically said, you bring us away on these retreats, help us to become whole, and we go home to broken men. And again, I was pricked in my spirit to do this retreat on yet another level where I included men the next time. It wasn't a couples retreat, it was just a retreat for men and women, and men and women did come out. We didn't have as many men as we wanted, but they came out and everybody came out, and we had our speakers that year. The first year we had some woman that came and spoke, Pastor Brenda Beasley, Pastor Lorna Brown, Pastor Denise Thorpe. All of these women came out and just gave of their time to this retreat. And they did it again the second time in Daytona Beach. But this third time, we included our male speaker, Apostle Samuel Beasley, and he came with his wife and all of these people, and he was able to share with the men and the woman, and Pastor Brenda was able to share with the woman. That was 2019. Of course, in 2020, everything shut down. So there was no retreat in 2020. So everybody stood still. As you know, the world stood still on that one. And so this past year, 2023, was the first time we actually tackled it again. And we did it as a married couples retreat right here in Florida at the Hilton Resort in Melbourne, Florida. And the married couples came out. You probably saw pictures of us exercising, all kinds of things that we were doing on that retreat to make it happen. And it happened. It happened. And again, at the end of it, I asked for suggestions of what we should do in 2024. And the suggestions were Jamaica. Let's go to a inclusive resort, all inclusive in Jamaica. Well, all inclusive resorts are a pretty penny. And as I was looking at it and I was thinking about it, I just put it out there that we were going to Jamaica. And I didn't know where in Jamaica we would be going. However, the owner of this resort, which is the resort we went to in 2019, she showed up on my Facebook page and said, how about my resort again? And so I thought about it. I asked her, her resort is not all inclusive. So I asked her if we could do an inclusive retreat. And her response was yes. And so here we are this year, next year, 2024, we will be making our way to Negril Treehouse Resort again. And this time it was supposed to be a married couples retreat again. And once again, somebody suggested that we do it for couples, married couples, and singles. In my headspace, I couldn't figure out how in the world were we going to do this. But in my sleep, I jumped out of my sleep and I started having ideas about how we could do this as a married couples retreat and a singles retreat at the same time. And so here we are. It's been planned. It's been planned for you. And the hope is that everyone will show up at this particular time. We have 30 plus. We have 30 plus people, which includes singles and married couples, going with us in 2024. The deadline was November 10th or 11th for the deposits to be in. However, at that time, everyone was not ready. So again, this woman and her resort allowed us to extend the date to November 30th. November 30th is the deadline for deposits. I have received the deposits from people since I put that out there, and people have received discounts and different things that I was offering for the retreat. And tonight, again, I'm offering, if you register for this retreat by the 29th of this month, which is not much time, but it's been out there for a long time. By the 29th, you do get a $100 discount off of this special getaway retreat that has been planned for you. And let me just run down some of the things that have been planned for you. You get 3 meals, and this resort, they give a magnificent spread as far as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you get 3 meals. You get all of the amenities that the resort offers. You get a full-blown beach. And besides that, you get a retreat. It's a wholeness and wellness retreat for married couples and singles. So we have people coming to take care of you, not just me. I'll be there to take care of you, just like every other time. But you have other people coming to take care of you. Apostle Samuel Beasley and Pastor Brenda, they are the keynote speakers. And for those of you who have heard them speaking to, especially to married couples, they keep it very real. This couple has been married for 47 years, but it doesn't mean that they had no problems. And they don't mind sharing with you how all of the problems and how they made their way to 47 years. So they are coming along with my pastor that oversees the ministry that I attend at All Nations Life Development Christian Center. He wrote an amazing book called My Wealthy Place. And, he and his wife, they understand wealth and money and how to take care of it and how to give it and receive like no other. And so they're coming with everything they have to give you about your finances. This woman used to be one of the lead people at PNC Bank, so she understands finances. This man did a lot of research to write this book, and he's coming to tell you, we're keeping it real about our finances and how we need to be taking care of it right now. We have Dr. Leslie Ikes, who is an acupuncturist and a holistic doctor, coming all the way to Jamaica just to tell you how to take care of those parts of your body that we sometimes neglect. And so they're coming with everything that they have to give you everything that they have for you to come away well and whole. And besides all of that, we have our morning routine. We call it Let's Get Physical. And so we have 2 personal trainers. One he's actually my son. His name is Jason Smith. He's a licensed personal trainer, and he is coming to work with the single people who will be on that beach in the morning. That's the boot camp part of it. The boot camp part is that you have to show up to our sessions. We won't have many because this is a getaway, but you have to show up to whatever we have, because when you're in boot camp, you can't tell the officer that you just can't show up. I am the officer in charge, and you have to show up. That's the boot camp part of the retreat, but we're making it so that it's just a lot of fun, a lot of fun, a lot of fun, a lot of fun, and gifts and surprises and all of these things that we have built and in store for you. I'll be there, like I said. I will be working with my single people, just letting them know how to just wait, just wait willingly and authentically, independently wait and thrive for that person, whoever that person may be. I get it, I understand it, and now I get to tell it and give it to you the way I have received it over the years. And all of that is happening in these 5 days. You can stay 5, 4, or 3 days. It's your choice. You've seen the flyers out there. We have done it so that you have choices. You can either do all 3 meals or just do breakfast, but they have such a spread at breakfast, you will not regret it. So either way, you get to come, but you have to register by November 30th. That's the cutoff date. And so tonight, besides all of that, we have something that I've never done before. We will be having a renewal of vows for all those married couples who choose to renew their vows. We will have so many pastors and people out there that can actually do this. So we will have renewal of vows for those of you who want to participate in that. And so you get to come out. You get to come out on a beach, you come barefoot, you come however you want to renew your vows. If you're like me, you'll, want to put it all together and all of it, but we'll be with no shoes on, bare feet on a beach, renewing whatever vows need to be renewed by the time we get to that Saturday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. And immediately following that, we will have a huge celebration for everyone, a gala, not just to celebrate the people who renewed their vows, but a gala to celebrate the fact that you're coming back to wherever you're coming back to, and you're coming back not broken, not fragmented, not confused, but whole and well, whole and well. And like I said, I'm the gift that keeps on giving. So of course there will be gifts, surprises, and everything that we normally do. There will be no difference on this retreat, except we're adding that renewal of vows, which I think will be a beautiful thing just to watch all of these people do this together and renew what God started in the first place. And so that is what I will be having for you on this magnificent retreat. It's not magnificent because I'm doing it. It's just magnificent because it's magnificent. And so I recognize the need. There is a need. I'm a counselor, I'm a coach, and whenever people step into my office, they usually do not come because all is well. They usually come because all is not well. And so if we could take some people year after year after year after year on a beach somewhere and let them see that it's okay. Let them get to share with other couples, with other singles, and couples sharing with singles. And that's one of the sessions that we will have, is where married couples who choose to participate get to keep it real in speaking to their single people, letting them know what marriage really is all about and how in the world they get to make it and make it well. We also have a couple coming who will be speaking to those married couples that have been married for 25 plus years and kind of have lost the sauce, the fire that keeps a marriage going. And they get to come and tell you how to keep the fire burning after 25 plus years. And so that, in a nutshell, is what we will be doing April 24th to April 29th, 2024. I believe 2024 will be the year of more, not just more financially and all of the things that we talk about, but just more as far as marriages staying together, as far as single people understanding that it's okay to be single and live well and whole. Just understanding that all is well, especially when God is in the midst of all of it. He's in the midst of all of it, and all is well for all of us. We've been through some horrific things, some horrific times, and I believe 2024 will be a new beginning for this retreat. It used to be called Journey to Destiny. Now it's called Bootcamp. It's called a Bootcamp retreat because I realized that that's the kind of force that we have to come with if we not only want to survive, but we want to thrive. We have to come full force with a bootcamp kind of attitude and a bootcamp kind of fight so that we can do what we need to do when we get back home in keeping ourselves well and whole all the time. I was very much looking forward to Miss Gail being on here tonight, but apparently she could not make it. So it was just me tonight. And I'm hoping that I gave you enough information to spark your attention, to get your attention about this retreat. It means so much to me. It is my baby right now. You know, I have a lot of babies. I have a lot of things going on out there, but this is an annual thing that I only do once a year. And somebody said to me, maybe you need to do 2 retreats, a married couple and singles for 2025. Well, that's way down the road. And right now I'm just thinking about 2024. And for 2024, God gave me 1 retreat with 2 intentions. 1 retreat with 2 intentions. 1 retreat with the intention of keeping couples together, and the same retreat with the intention of keeping single people whole. And basically the topic will be embracing the push in marriage. Push meaning persevering, unstoppable, sacrificial hope, and enjoying the wait. Wait meaning willingly, authentically, independently thriving while you wait for dream guy, dream girl, or just the dream of life in general. So that's what we will be having for you on that particular week. Looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to serving you, looking forward to enjoying this time with you during that season of the year. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a good evening, a good day, wherever you are. I hope you get to see this on Facebook or YouTube or wherever it shows up, and that you will click that link. There's a link going across my screen, Jamaica Bootcamp Retreat.com. That will give you all the information that I just spoke about, and it will also give you the opportunity to put your deposit before November 30th. And like I said, if you get your deposit in by November 29th, you get $100 off this retreat. Just let me know. And also, if that is not conducive for you, you just click the link in Facebook that I sent to flyer. The flyer has 2 links, one for couples, one for singles, and either one, you just click it, give your deposit that way. That way you will be getting breakfast only. And on those, you get the garden view. On the other one, you can either choose the garden view or the beachfront. So that's what we have for you planned for April 2024. I look forward to seeing you, hoping to see you there. And if you can't make it 2024, we look forward, God willing, to 2025. Thank you again for joining me, and have a good night, a good day, a good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you.